Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a very long time since I've actually posted anything on the YouTube channel, and that is mainly because of how busy this place has been. There are so many changes that we've actually done to the shop, and that has prevented me from actually uploading anything. I haven't really forgotten about you guys. That is why you see today I've decided, you know what, let's get back and let's go back to what we've always done, which is post videos and talk about what we are really working on here. So in the past couple of weeks as well, we've also been working on a project like a one-of-one, which is a Toyota Altezza, which has got one UR engine, the one UR that you find in the Toyota Tacoma, Sequoia, or even the Land Cruiser. Yeah, start it up. I'm gonna do a separate video that's really going to delve into detail about that particular project. But as of now, I just wanted to really talk about the Brevis because we are starting to prepare it for the upcoming races. So I am actually going to post the calendar for the motorsports calendar in the description down below. If you follow there, you see what the calendar is going to be like. But what we are preparing for is the most immediate one, which is going to be your drag event in Bulawayo. I think should be on the 9th of March. I think it was moved from the 2nd of March to probably the 9th. That's the one that we are trying to get this car ready to get to. Today is the 26th of February. Sorry, 26th of January. So we're pretty much preparing the car as it is. You saw us bring the car in the workshop, taking out the motor and taking out we've essentially taken off everything. I mean, it's just I'm just about to get the motor off. The gearboxes already down there. So last year we had a couple of challenges that we managed to solve. The first challenge was an issue of the clutch, which we did by upgrading to an 800 Newton meter clutch. We did buy another one. I think it was rated for what, 750 or something, 700 or 750 or something. But we ended up literally blowing it up. I mean, frying it immediately after going to Bulawayo. So we ended up getting a better one, an 800 Newton meter clutch. When we did, we ended up finding out that we've got new issues now, which is oiling, right? Just because we are producing so much torque, what happens is oil tends to slush backwards, and you get your pickup tube failing to get your oil, and then you've got a situation of oil starvation. What we did with that is we installed an AccuSump. I'll let you, take your time to research about AccuSumps, but pretty much that's what we installed so as to manage and mitigate that issue of oil that we saw was slushing. So having done that, we also decided to upgrade even the fuel system. We put a Bosch 044 fuel pump from the Walbro that we were using before. So that seems to also help us maintain our fuel pressures better. And yeah, I mean, pretty much those were the highlights of probably some of the things that we did in the background, just to try to get the car reliable and to be able to perform how it was performing. But whilst we were doing all that, before we even brought the car to the racing scene, we had noticed that as we were tuning it, it didn't like to go anywhere above 5,000, let's just say 5,400 RPM. So because of that, these motors, they rev out to like 6,500. That's the rev limit for them. I know some guys out there would actually increase the RPM limit to 7,000, but because we had put a turbo on it, we had essentially boosted this car. What was happening is that anytime we wanted to go above 5,500, it didn't like it. So you could actually feel that the power of the vehicle was actually going down. If you look at our dyno graphs, you would actually see that after 5,500, 5,400, power actually starts to go down sharply also. So we knew we had this issue, and we decided we were just going to postpone sorting it out after maybe the racing season, that's when we're actually going to really sort out the issue. We knew that was an issue of the valve train, and we needed to upgrade the springs and put stiffer springs. So in the meantime, what we did is we just limited the RPM to something like 5,500. We're not going past 5,500. Initially, I would change the gears when I just get to 5,000, 5,200. That's when I would really change the gear. So some of you guys may have actually put some comments. I saw them. I read, I read your comments. And you were asking me, why am I short shifting? You know, we knew that the car didn't want to go above 5,500. So pretty much I was changing gears at 5,000 instead of the 6,500. So what we are doing here is we are improving the valve train. We've got stiffer springs for the valves. And after implementation of those, we should be able to see a better power curve. So which means we've got another 1,000 RPM plus another 1,000 RPM plus 1,200 RPM that we'll be able to use at the track, which we were not able to use before. So that's pretty much what we are doing to prepare the vehicle. And in the meantime, as we are doing that, we are also going to be upgrading the fuel system further. We are moving away from the 550cc injectors to 1,000cc injectors, and also putting a second pump, because we're using one 044 Bosch 044. This time we're going to be using 2 pumps, just to make sure that the car is always getting the fuel that it requires. So this is what we're going to be doing between now and until we actually go to Bulawayo for that for the next drag event. My goal with this car is if at least we can get into the 11s, that would be nice. That is, I mean, that would be nice, honestly. If we get into the 10s, I'm not sure the setup with the gearbox and the diff will be able to get us into the 10s, but I know that as it is, we may actually, it is possible to actually get into the 11s if we just dial in a few things. So that is what I'm looking forward to. I hope this year we're able to do that. I hope this year we're able to achieve our objective. So I really enjoy the surprises that we've been getting from this car. So far, they've been pleasant surprises. The performance, the crowd that the car is pulling. This has been a very enjoyable journey, as I would want to put it. So this year, we just hope that, again, we're able to improve on what we've done last year. Now, another thing that ever since I've started doing this racing, I've always launched with my foot. I've never used launch control, right? I've never used computers to try and help me to launch a car. But I think on this Brevis, I just have no choice but to start using those clever systems. In fact, we found out that, which is one of the reasons why we love this ECU Master system that we're using, because we're able to tell it to launch with little power and then give us much power as we're going down the strip. Initially, I wasn't using those systems, but those clever systems, but I started to use them on the last event, and that's how you saw me being able to actually beat the M4 at the line, because I figured out that at the launch, you know, we're laying so much rubber to a point that by the time the wheels actually grip, my opponent would be ahead of me, especially that M4. But then we ended up, you know, making a change, asking the engine to delay giving us the full power until after half a second from launch, or up until a third, 3/4 of a second after I've launched. And that seemed to have actually done so much good for us. And I think we're going to be using that so much in the future. So this is what we're up to. Now I'm going to try so much to upload frequently. I would want to upload once a week. But to be honest, sometimes that's not even possible at all due to how busy this place can be. But I will try to make sure that maybe at least once in 2 weeks. If I can do it once every week, that would be good. But probably once in 2 weeks, that's probably something I can commit to. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Next time, not next week. Oh, and one more thing. don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.